Have you ever wondered where those ultra-cheap cigarettes you sometimes see come from? What if I told you there's a hidden world, a shadow industry manufacturing billions of cigarettes every year, far from the light of day? In 2025, authorities in one European city busted a clandestine cigarette factory. Investigators discovered a production line so vast that, over the course of a year, it had manufactured over 6.5 million cigarette packs, the equivalent of tens of millions of individual cigarettes. That single haul was valued at roughly 30 million euros, black market value, not retail price. In a separate crackdown, customs agents uncovered a facility capable of churning out up to 3,000 cigarettes per minute. Imagine that. A machine, working nonstop, producing 180,000 cigarettes every hour. If it ran for just 10 hours, that's 1.8 million cigarettes in a single shift. These illegal factories aren't small garages hidden in the middle of nowhere. They operate inside cities, in ordinary industrial zones, using fake or stolen packaging, counterfeit brand logos, making products nearly indistinguishable from legally sold cigarettes. But once they've produced the cigarettes, the next challenge begins: smuggling and distribution. In recent years, smugglers have become more sophisticated, shipping packs via hidden compartments in vehicles, rail cars, even mixing cigarette cartons with entirely different cargo to avoid inspection. Some go even further. Slices of this supply chain end up on social media markets or are moved in small batches across borders, making it harder for authorities to track them. Why all this effort? Because the profits are enormous. Global estimates suggest that roughly 1 in 10 cigarettes consumed worldwide is illicit. That translates to hundreds of billions of illegal cigarettes per year. Governments lose billions in lost tax revenue, while criminal networks rake in millions, plowing the proceeds into more factories, more smuggling routes, and deeper layers of secrecy. And all this happens under the radar, in silent, dimly lit warehouses where production lines run 24/7, and workers, often vulnerable, exploited individuals, are paid little or nothing to keep the machines rolling. In the next part of this video, we'll expose how these factories are built, how they stay hidden, and how they feed a global black market worth billions. Stay tuned, because you're about to see the hidden side of tobacco you've never been shown.
But how do these illegal cigarette factories manage to operate for months, sometimes even years, without being caught? It all starts long before the first tobacco leaf ever reaches the machines. Criminal groups search for the perfect location, usually a warehouse hidden in plain sight. Not in the wilderness, not in the mountains, but right next to legitimate businesses. The idea is simple: blend in, don't stand out. Workers arrive in small groups, often late at night. Delivery trucks show up at odd hours, but never too often. Security cameras never look inwards, only outwards to watch for police. Inside, the layout is carefully planned. There's a production hall, packaging stations, hidden storage rooms, even makeshift living quarters for workers who aren't allowed to leave. Their phones are confiscated. No photos, no messages, nothing that could leak the secret. These workers, they're not loyal employees. They're people with no other choice. Migrants, people in debt, individuals promised a better life, who instead are locked behind metal doors and endless shifts. Meanwhile, the factory owners stay far away, protected behind layers of middlemen and fake companies. And the machines? They don't look suspicious at all until they're assembled. The equipment is shipped in pieces, labeled as agricultural machinery or food processing equipment. It only becomes a cigarette factory once everything is bolted together in silence. Even the electricity is disguised. Illegal plants tap directly into industrial power lines, burying cables under concrete floors so nothing appears unusual from the outside. Once production starts, everything runs like a well-oiled ghost industry. Tobacco dust fills the air. Rollers spin at incredible speed. Filters are cut and glued in a blur of motion. Workers rarely speak. They wear gloves, masks, and keep their heads down. Their only job is to make sure the machines never stop, because every minute they stop, money stops. And the people behind this business cannot afford that. When shipments are ready, cartons are wrapped in plastic and stacked behind perfectly legal goods: food, car parts, furniture. anything that could travel across borders without raising alarm. Drivers transporting these loads are told as little as possible. If they get caught, they take the fall alone. But not all shipments travel by road. Some factories use underground distribution. Small batches move by dozens of couriers, hidden in ordinary cars, even suitcases. One load disappears, another appears somewhere else. The network is deliberately chaotic. If one route is shut down, 5 more take its place. In this world, information is the most dangerous cargo, so everyone knows only the bare minimum, their task, and nothing beyond it. And while governments tighten laws, increase taxes, and try to reduce smoking, illegal production keeps growing. Why? Because wherever cigarettes cost more, the black market earns more. And criminals know this. They don't care about health. They don't care about laws. They care about profit, fast, untaxed, unregulated profit. The truth is, illegal cigarette factories don't just make counterfeit products. They feed a global system of corruption, exploitation, and organized crime. A system that stretches far beyond one secret warehouse. And next, we're going even deeper. Because in the third part of this video, you'll learn how